I'm Kathy, the Clumsy Soaper. A lot of people ask me about my favorite soap recipe. I tell them it depends on what you really want to add in your soap. Today, I'm going to show you on how to make an easy homemade tomato soap that are perfect for the summertime. So grab some tomatoes from the store or head over to your garden for some fresh ones and let's jump in. Tomatoes are in season and I have to admit that I'm a little obsessed with them. They are so versatile and they make everything seem so summery. First, let's blend the fresh tomatoes to make a juice out of it. Once blended, strain it to remove the seeds. For this recipe, you'll need any oil blend of your choice. For the lye preparation, you'll need sodium hydroxide and tomato juice. The tomato juice will be used as full water replacement. For the colorants, I decided to use red oxide and green mica, and the essential oil is a blend of lemon, lemongrass, and basil. You can easily find some of the ingredients at your grocery store or online retailer, and the rest, you can just buy it in a soap making supply shop. All you need is about an hour in your kitchen and a few simple steps to follow. Slowly dissolve sodium hydroxide in tomato juice. The color of the tomato juice will turn red-orange and that is normal. Remember that this mixing step is exothermic and it will generate heat. Be careful not to burn your hands. Don't be scared. Pour and slowly stir 3.5 of the fragrance into the 5 oil blend. This 5 oil blend contains coconut oil, sustainable palm oil, olive oil, castor oil, and jojoba oil. Strain and add the Lye-Tomato solution. Slowly stir the solution to emulsify it. Just remember that you can't be too careful when it comes to safety, so gear up. Wear your personal protective equipment like gloves, goggles, lab gown or apron, and closed shoes. You can also wear long sleeves instead of the lab gown or apron. I am not wearing long sleeves because I stay in a tropical climate. It's too hot and humid here. Also, I am a chemist by profession, so I know my way around chemicals. But that doesn't mean that I can cut corners. Safety always comes first. Then I divided the soap water into 3 portions. One will be red, the other one is green, the leftover is just plain Jane. Stir the soap water to properly disperse the color and to avoid color specks. Now we can pour the plain soap water into the mold. After the first layer, I used the battery to tilt the mold. Okay, I know what you're thinking right now. Battery? Yes. When you're at home, you can always find creative ways to do your soap design. Do we need a soap mold angler for this? Well, it's up to you, but for me, I prefer to improvise because this is what I learned from my late father. By the way, this month is his birthday month. He was born in July 1, 1956. I remember that when he was still here, he told me that improvisation is the art of making something out of nothing. Improvisers take whatever is available and use it to our advantage. He said that we can get inspiration from every little thing in order to perform better than before. I'd love to hear your thoughts about this. Let me know by writing it down in the comments section below. Next, I made the fish scale design. To do the fish scale, the batter consistency should be thin. This is just a light trace. I poured 4 columns of the red oxide soap batter. Then I poured another 4 columns in between the previous column. Then I topped it with green. I repeated the whole process just to fill up the mold layer. I plan to cut this soap vertically, so the fish scale design won't be seen in the final bars. What I'd like to see is alternating color of red and green. I hope it would come out the same with how I visualize it. It's time to pour the plain soap butter again. I like the natural color of tomato in soap. I really love it because the red-orange color that you are seeing now will lighten up and it will turn yellow-orange. The yellow-orange color is due to the presence of lycopene, a red carotenoid pigment. We haven't filled up the mold yet, so I decided to just pour some red and green soap butter into the plain soap butter. Then I transferred it into the soap mold. I just made thin lines of red and green using the leftover soap butter. Don't waste it, scrape it, and just dump it into the mold. Using a chopstick, I designed a simple swirl at the top layer of the soap. Just move it back and forth. We did it! I made a short clip of this footage and shared it last Wednesday for Wet Soap Wednesday. I'm not so sure on whether you've seen it already. Don't worry because you are currently watching the complete footage. After 24 hours, the soap was hard enough to unmold. Or is it? As you can see, it's not ready yet. I usually unmold after 48 hours, but my impatience strikes again. Instead of immediately cutting it, I leave the soap at room temperature for a couple of days because this is still soft. You can imagine the temptation to cut the soap. Actually, it went to the point where I almost want to put it in the oven to harden it. Now it's time to cut the soap using my multi-bar soap cutter. This is one of my favorite soap making tools. It not only does it make cutting of the bars easy, the thickness of the soap bars are also consistent. For the question of the week, what other summer fruit or vegetable would you like me to add in my soap so that I can share it with you? Let me know by writing it down in the comment section below. I planed, beveled, and cleaned the soap, and here is the outcome. I love how the soap came out. If you've been following me, then you know that I donate the soaps that I make here to charity and I pass some to my friends and family. But I think that I'm going to keep some of these bars for myself because tomatoes are nature's perfect skin food. I love eating fresh tomatoes. They may help to reduce the risk of sunburn, soothe inflammation, stimulate collagen production, and remove dead skin cells. Tomatoes can also moisturize the top layer of your skin while delivering a healthy dose of vitamins A and C for a vibrant looking complexion. Tomato lovers, we have to rejoice because studies found that this delicious fruit may do more than just add flavor to any of our dishes. It could be giving us a healthier looking glowing youth too. When you do this tomato soap at home, remember to not put any claims in your soap label. Adding tomatoes are good for label appeal. Like any good soap, this one smells great and leaves your skin feeling fresh and clean. However, unlike most soaps on the market, this is handmade. So, this soap has all the extra goodness because it's a labor of love. If you are not a soap maker and you're watching this video, I would like to challenge you to go to the nearest handmade soap shop and try it. Go and support your local handmade soap maker. Who knows? Maybe you'll love it and you'll be inspired to be a soap maker too, just like me. Once again, I'm Kathy the Clumsy Soaper, and happy birthday to those who are celebrating their birthdays this month. God bless!